All meetings
thank
of the
you.
select board are meetings in the public, not of the public. Members of the public must be acknowledged by the chair before speaking and state their name for the record. I'm gonna call the meeting to order, and we have, approve, edit the agenda.
I don't have any changes, so I don't know if anybody else does.
Motion to move as printed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, 6 o'clock, we have Ellie, Recreation Committee update on their annual winter event from noon to 3 p.m. on Saturday, Valentine's Day, February 14th at the Recreation. It's all yours, Ellie.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Ellie Griffin from the Recreation Committee. I hope you've been seeing our wonderful winter event flyers all over town. We're excited to have our annual winter event coming up in February, and we're excited because with all the snow, it's going to be a wonderful sledding event and hopefully snowshoeing event. And upon examining the recreation budget, upon seeing that under the recreation budget for the town, under programming and activities in the budget of 23-24, the actual proposal and the actual expenditures, that year the town saved over $1,000, and then in 24-25 the proposal and the actual, the town saved $1,000. And looking at the programs and activities budget, it was budgeted for $1,000, and 571 was actually spent. So the committee would like your support in this event, and would like to have our expenses of cocoa, hot apple cider, donuts, and refreshments provided from this program and activities budget.
I don't think that's a problem. I mean, I don't know of any big activities that are planned for the summer, so it doesn't seem like a problem, Ellie.
Okay, sounds good to us.
Any idea? What are you talking, like less than 500 or?
Oh, yeah, I think we're just doing cocoa, s'mores, marshmallows and chocolate and some donuts and some hot cider.
Yeah, if you need hot chocolate or like cups that you put coffee in, the paper cups or anything, if you need anything like that, probably Alice can order it for you from WB Mason or something, so that you don't have to go trekking around everywhere if you want.
Okay, I'll look into that. Yeah.
Yeah, just stop by and, let her know or send her an email and just tell her how much stuff you want.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Are you doing your fire pits this year?
Oh, no, we're not doing the bonfire, but we're doing the fire pits. Before we've had a bonfire, but we're just going to use the fire pits from the activity trailer and not have a major bonfire.
All right. Yeah, so you're just doing them in the existing things then. Yeah, then you don't need a burn permit or anything because you're keeping them contained. It was only when you had the bonfire that you had to get a burn permit from the fire warden.
Right. Thank you for remembering. I forgot to mention.
No problem.
Thank you for remembering that part. Yeah.
You guys have any questions?
It's a little awkward tonight, Ellie, because Orca's not here filming. So I'm just seeing if the select board or anybody has any questions.
Okay. Sounds good.
I think we're all good.
Looks like everybody's good, Ellie. So have fun.
Thank you. Thank you. And,
Yeah.
and keep warm. And
Yeah. You too. Stay safe.
yeah, you too. You guys too.
Yeah. Thanks, Ellie.
All right, next up, we have Richard Manning, the Bethel ATV Club annual request to use roads approved in 2025 and request additions from Woodland Drive to the bottom of Sand Hill, Peavine side, Sand Hill and Peavine intersection to Peavine Park, and from Sand Hill and Peavine intersection to the Stockbridge Town line.
Did I get that right, Richard? I was taking notes when you said, what do you want? Richard said everything. I was said, well, get in line. What else do you want? What else? So I put in your packet the ATV map that was approved on April 14th, 2025. So
Yeah,
If-
we're not.
No, no, I'm not.
Yep,
We're looking to, hopefully find another.
I know.
Well, that we just start, on the Sand Hill Road, which is kind of a really, basically,
Mhm.
same for everybody.
yep.
So is that the reason for going to the Peavine intersection at Peavine Park is possible?
Well, we're hoping if we can get down to the park, that would be a good place for us to have some of our cookouts. And also for people when they're out riding, if they want to swing in there and have a picnic lunch before they load
Oh,
up.
okay. There's no place to go to from there.
No, but be a good place to go and stop and like I said, have lunch or.
And then the other part, you want all the way from the Peavine intersection all the way to Stockbridge Town Line?
Yeah, because that's gonna open up the possibilities of some additional landowners for travel. And then if Bethel will allow that, we'll talk with Stockbridge about connecting on
Oh, I was
that.
gonna say, because the town line, that's a dead end, unless Stockbridge is. the one
Well,
that-
yes, that's the next step is to, that, this goes, and we'll set in Stockbridge, they'll come for us, make them, that'll be it.
What you do like Newport, whole town go.
Yeah, well, sometimes I'm looking at that.
Mhm.
Just even if you have, that'll, roads up, charge like $20 a day, even here.
We could
Um,
have ATV parking here too on the.
That's on the go. Why not?
Yeah.
Joanne, I know you're having a hard time hearing. Orca is not here tonight. So probably the only person you could hear is me or Denise or maybe Ben to my immediate left. So I apologize. But certainly if you have a question or anything, just, speak up. So sorry, it's a little awkward tonight. So I was just speaking to Joanne because she put a chat, something in the chat. I just wanted to let her know what she's having a hard time hearing, but obviously we're just working off my laptop, so.
So ATVs are they just wheeled vehicles, or does that encompass like bikes and snowmobiles, or?
Oh, so VASA stuff, is just side by sides.
Okay,
Everybody riding these unless they're a town member, don't really want to attack them, but anybody that comes to town to ride in the road and trails that we have in place. Everybody's got a plate on, with registered with the state of Vermont, and they have shirts, and they've also got the VASA registry.
Richard, Joanne wants to know what the speed limit is for ATVs on these stretches of roads.
Well, from the last few years on the town roads, we posted everything at 50 miles an hour.
You posted everything at 15?
Yep. Typically, the speed limit is 25 mile an hour.
Yep.
But we posted them at 15, knowing that we were still gonna do 20, 25.
Okay. Yep.
Reasonable.
All right. So you post them at 15, but you expect that people could go as high as 25, 20 or 25. Okay. Sorry. So-
And been going for 3 years now. The first year we didn't officially open really anything, as far as VASA, other than just people riding. The last 2 years, we haven't had any plates, so we've been called into the office at all.
No.
I don't war on the Stockbridge side. There's a couple of residents that I keep in contact with a few times throughout the summer on some of the roads, and they've been happy to.
The only one we've had issues with is on Campbell Road, and that's not even you guys. I think
Yeah.
that's somebody from out of state coming to a
Yeah.
camp up there they come to a camp, so they're not registered in Vermont.
Right.
They're
Couple
four-wheeler.
Teenagers out there, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not blaming out-of-staters, Ben. I'm just saying that they came from out of state. Oh, you were making I was gonna say, he's making a funny face. Like, no. So yeah, other than that, but nobody else that we've,
So, does that have to have a information about minimum on the insurance, so make sure that people have the right amount?
You know, I had some tickets I just picked up last week from VASA, playing VASA like those shirts, because VASA also has like $1 million insurance policy and covers for stuff.
As long as you're a member, you're covered.
Yes, and it releases landowners and stuff like that, of any liability for anybody gets hurt.
You also have to have your own personal insurance.
Exactly, yep.
What about the location that I just bought a new? And what is your
excuse me.
location for that plate? That's
For the VASA stickers, you want registration plate. Well, the registration, they only do one plate that goes on the rear as far as I know.
So anywhere on the grid.
Yeah, and then when you get your VASA stickers, typically on the back, when the adhesive part will peel off, it shows you where to put them on the front of the machine and on the rear.
Okay.
It's basically just so when law enforcement is out or gate wardens, it's easy recognizable for them when it's $500.
I don't think we ended up doing it last year, but last year we were gonna swing up on the trails with the side by side with the police department and just check in on things.
Richard, can you drop one of those pamphlets off at the office or just scan it to me and then I can give it to the select board just so they can have a little more information?
What's the website? I could go there and get all that information.
VASA.org or VASAvermont.org, one of the two. Don't forget to choose the Bethel ATV club. Yes, and you register with the Bethel ATV club.
Does this need a motion? Or-
Yes.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any questions?
Nope.
I don't.
Where is North Star? Blackstone? It's got,
Yeah. I've been plowing mine for the last couple of days.
Does he need to submit the map first?
No, I think he can, I think I said he'd submit the map after if,
Yeah.
Richard will submit an updated map to the town office. I think he'll do it only if you approve it. Otherwise it remains the same.
Got
So
it. Well, motion to approve the requested roads.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
A little bit of information here for us.
this happened, this is like May work or something like that.
Typically, May 15th, from the open, weather permitting, if it's wet, sometimes don't go out in the woods until June 1st or something, but. And then we go through to October 31st.
Any public comment?
Year round, sports, but that's all that.
I already asked, what's his name? Alex, and then put tracks on this thing, this is a snowmobile, can I go on a trail?
No, it's not Vermont. I don't know why they don't let you. There actually, there's one public club in Vermont, that if you have tracks on, you can ride on their stuff.
The two groomers are just a big side-by-side tracks.
Yeah. I don't think you can go fast enough to get. You'd just constantly be in the way with the tracks on, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never been on a machine at home.
They are a hoot, but yeah, you don't go fast.
Well, maybe that's a good thing. You shouldn't.
Yeah, yeah, I don't need to.
Yeah, a friend of mine had one to get up to a sugar house because there's no other way. Everything was off grid. So he took the tires off. It was a four-wheeler. And he put the tracks on in the winter. That's the only way he could get up there because there's so much ledge.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that do sugar and stuff. They have them.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Any more questions over there? No. Any public comment?
Joanne or Ellie, do you guys have any public comment online?
Well, Lindsay Shell would like to know if you guys have any recipes for a recipe book.
Oh, okay. Let me ask. Hang on. Do you see you, Richard? Thanks. Yeah, get some rest.
You know where my door?
Do you have, Ellie is saying that Lindsay Shell would like to know if any of you guys have any recipes that you want to submit to Lindsay for the cookbook. That information is on Front Porch Forum, right?
Right.
Just email it to Ellie. I mean, Lindsay, sorry.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Must be like good.
Okay. Dave Eddy said the only recipes he's has that are any good are secret.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, if anyone does, they will email them to Lindsay.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you, Ellie.
thanks for asking.
What do you have, Joanne?
No, just wanted to hear about the parking thing and greetings from, I'm out in Oregon. And I hope you guys are managing okay with all the snow because there's no snow out here and there's no ice. So
Nice.
To you.
I'm just listening. Thank you.
Okay, yeah,
Thank you.
thanks for bearing with us. Yeah, a little weird tonight.
You
with-
bet. Yeah, not a problem.
I actually have one thing, I guess, for public comment. I saw the town, I forget what it was, the community engagement or whatever, the town meeting plan committee.
Yeah.
About the candidate
Yep.
pizza night thing again.
Mhm. Yeah,
Are they gonna ask us?
I would have assumed, yeah. I thought that was gonna be the plan, yeah. So, yeah, and Denise can't go. Denise can't go that night. So what I did, she talked to Pam, and what Pam said was that Tim
Jim.
Tim Calabro of the Herald was gonna have a form that I guess they want to do it with something published, kind of like a Q&A that you could just fill out
Yeah.
and submit to them.
There's a QR code on there. She hasn't passed them out yet because they have it as an evening event and they're switching it to a midday event because it's Super Bowl Sunday.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I asked the same thing. It's like, did you want to ask any of the candidates if they had Super Bowl Sunday plans or?
Yeah.
plans?
I'm out.
So I think that they already my understanding is that they had this meeting, they were kind of attracting people to get them to come to learn about town meeting or something.
Right.
And then they decided to add this on, because I was like, why aren't you scheduling it around them? But I guess that wasn't
Sure,
the
okay.
first. So, but I assume someone's gonna reach out to you. I will say that Denise can't go that night, so she won't be
Are you
there.
in the game?
Huh?
Are you in the game?
Yeah, you were the only three that submitted petitions.
Yeah, I'll be down at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, currently you were all, that's right. Currently you are all running unopposed.
Okay.
Nobody turned in their petition
Nobody
today at
did the
5.
Petition, but
Doesn't mean somebody can't run a write-in campaign, but currently it's, you guys, you know
What
that
you got,
saying, be
Brian?
careful what you wish for, but yeah. At Linden, he likes that truck, doesn't he? Yeah,
the big red one.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah.
Dang, you could have sold 3 tonight.
He's leaving.
I will get them.
He's standing up, says, are you gonna smack him or are you leaving? I don't know.
There's no cameras. So.
Feel free.
There's no camera.
We won't get you.
Sam said I had some in the car, and then I got home and said, I need those. She's like, no, there are sold ones. You had ones that aren't sold, and oh, that's helpful.
I don't know. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Yeah, that 200 is now like 350.
It's a scandal.
You're good. They worked for PDPF years ago, and he sold, he was on the fire department, and that sold raffle tickets, and, he was quite careful. So anyway, he came in like 3 weeks after the raffle draw, you know, he's still there, it's just in his pocket. Doesn't have the email.
I know the name, yeah. Yep. Oh, that's funny.
Thank you.
All right, see you, Brian.
Be safe out there.
That's
One
fine.
more small thing.
Yeah.
There was a meeting with the resiliency, something.
Last Wednesday.
Wednesday night, that was interesting.
Mhm.
The group of people that came and the comments made.
Is this the one about food insecurity and things that the food shelf's doing?
They started there,
Okay.
and won't be on there, but if you're working with the planning commission,
Yep.
so I would like to myself find out when the planning commission next meets, because they're gonna take all those information and put them together
Mhm.
and sort them out, weed them out,
Yeah,
because there was.
you'd have to look at the website. I don't know what their planning commission schedule is now that I'm not on it.
It was an interesting meeting and it would be,
Yeah, yeah, I don't know when they meet again. I'd have to look at the town's website because since I'm not on the planning commission anymore, I just don't have to remember.
I think it's the 19th.
The 19th?
They meet on the second.
It concerned me that there's so many, and actually.
Yeah, 19, I think.
There's not enough information, nowhere there's any information for anything, and I said, finally, after hearing this, I said, wait a minute. I know where to get all that information.
Yeah.
I can tell you where to go to get information. If you don't have it, you need to look for it.
Right.
January 22nd
Amen,
at
brother.
6:30 at Town Hall.
Might have
At the Town Hall office.
Get me started.
They must mean the town office, because this is.
They do meet at, yeah, they meet,
January 22nd at 6:30.
That's gone by.
Yeah, so the
Oh.
next meeting is February 19th.
Okay.
okay, thank you.
Oh, these are old minute meetings. We
Okay.
haven't got the new ones yet, that's why.
Okay, February 9th. Yeah, they meet in my office in the
Yeah.
conference room.
Okay, because, we just.
Thanks, Ellie.
Stress, all these people want information, and there they are. Supposedly
Yeah. And they should have it.
full of information, stuff that not hard to get.
You're right.
Mhm. Absolutely. Seek and ye shall find.
Kind of
I think,
crappy about the mics, but,
I know, I'm sorry.
I think.
probably give thanks to the state police and the Windsor County Sheriff and Morva and Wildlife Fishing Game.
Yep, I'll just put it in the minutes, Jordan. Yep.
370 grams.
Maybe it's the 26.
How much? 370 of Coke and how much?
46 grams of fentanyl.
46 grams
So
of
what's
fentanyl.
9,500 cash, weapons, and that's all right on Sand Hill. So
Yep,
Yeah.
VSP.
go,
Maybe it's
there probably is things in Bethel that are.
or 28. Oh. maybe
Yeah,
it's
that's amazing.
They
So,
were
okay.
just there a couple months.
26.
One
Well,
of
they
the
only
same
report-
players was there again.
They
26.
only reported 300 grams of cocaine in the post I saw, so 60 grams went missing somewhere.
All righty.
That's good. Thank you, Jordan. Yeah, we'll make sure that goes in the minutes. And I did see that on, I think it was a VSP
State-
blog or
Yeah,
something.
state police blog.
I think yet again, it grew with the sheriffs and then they're bringing this stuff to the state police and giving them the base to go.
Yeah, I assume that, isn't one of the sheriffs, I would assume someone, if not the sheriff himself, is on the drug task force or communicates with the drug task force, or he must have some, and they all know each other.
There's somebody that lives by there that has been calling the state police for the last 5 years
Mhm.
about that place over and over and over again.
Call.
Yeah, exactly.
Until the sheriff department. They also,
Yeah.
one of, was it Beraldi, just got, accepted with,
Oh, no, it wasn't
Wrong-
Jim. It was
wrong
somebody
person.
else. It was somebody who
Okay.
got accepted with the Secret Service.
yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't Beraldi. It was somebody I didn't know the name of, but as I know Jim, so was a great guy. I love Jim Beraldi. He's funny.
yeah.
Nice guy. Yeah, I can't think of who that is, Jordan, what his name was, but yeah, I did see that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, the general push of, it's not just speeding tickets that they're able to do.
Okay, so I'll put it in the minutes. Thank
All right,
you.
Next, we'll move on to the state revolving fund loan application for step 2 drinking water loan, final decision for 50,000.
Final design. Not decision, final design. Sorry,
Design,
you're reading too
yeah.
fast. No, it's okay. I just want
Well,
to,
final decision's gonna be on. the
then, yeah, it's right.
This loan will be wrapped into the construction loan. This project is to replace the existing 2-inch galvanized water line with 4-inch PVC and 2-inch HDPE, which serves approximately 15 customers. New valves, curb stops, and flushing hydrants will be installed as part of the project. This project area will be from Oak Lane to Dandelion Acres and will be directionally bored due to the depth of the existing water line and state highway.
Yeah, one thing I realized in all that information that I didn't tell you is this price tag is gonna be about $850,000.
I was gonna ask about that. So where's the
Richard-
rest of the money come from? Capital?
No, we'll bond for it. And there's a conversation that I have to talk to the town attorney about, because one of the engineers, Nate Pion, said that he thought we could reallocate funds from our prior bond for the 2.5 million because we had money left, but I have never done that. And when we passed that bond, it was specifically for Graham Street, like you laid out what was getting fixed. So I have to talk to the lawyer about that. So either way, either we amend that bond or we make another bond vote. But we did our, there's a priority list application, which we did already and submitted that to the state. So it looks like there's still currently some funding from, what they call it, the IUP, and for 2025 and 2026. But it looks like we may still get some galvanized and lead replacement money. So
Can't be much. I can't, but I could have, as a young man, thrown a baseball Oak Lane to.
yeah, right. Dandelion Acres. So it may be, I may be,
200 yards?
Dave, it must be, then I must be wrong by Oak Lane. I thought it was, because I think we're past Christian Hill. So I don't know if the insurance company is in it or not.
It is odd. It's in Royal, isn't it?
Part of it is in Royalton,
How
yep.
did that happen?
It's all in Royalton.
It is.
Oh, it is all in Royalton, that's right, because Christian Hill.
How did that come about?
I don't know, way before my time. I don't know how it happened that
'Cause
way.
my buddy went to school with me in Royal.
Yep, yeah, no, they are on there. So,
Cup of water.
so maybe it starts at the insurance company at where it used to be Pulios, I don't, NSP, maybe it starts that far down. So maybe it's prior to Oak Lane. I don't have the exact, I have the 911 address and I should have put it in but I didn't think it'd mean as much to you. So, anyways, it does look like there'll be some forgiveness, or lead, money. So we'll explain this to Jed. So when we did the other two water projects, the EPA is, because galvanized can have some lead in it. What they would do is, if we replace service lines, they would give us 100% of it. The installation, digging it out, putting it back in, we'd get 100% of that replaced. And then when we were doing galvanized like water lines, they'd give us a percentage of that as well. We also got some forgiveness based on median income and some community need, but we're not going to get that. They already told us for this piece. That's usually based on like the census and how many people are living above or below poverty, that type of thing. But they already told us we wouldn't get any of that money, but they still have some lead money left. So we don't know the final, right yet, how much we would be able to qualify for. But certainly some service lines. What we don't like doing is service lines, because the ordinance is clear. People own from their house, from the curb stop to their house. That's your problem. But what we were doing is, because of this funding and our requirement from the state, we were replacing service lines. We would get it to the house, but they had to have their own plumber inside. And then it became, their responsibility again. And, okay, sorry. So, anyways.
On their property.
Yeah, and we would get an easement, temporary construction easement. And, so when we had to do that a couple times during the last project, maybe 3 of them, we had to do more, I think, during the original.
Well, I don't understand that's pretty, open land up through there. How deep is this water line and why does that matter if they're gonna put a new one?
Well, it matters because, first of all, it's plastic and there's no tracer wire. So we're not exactly sure where some of it is. Second of all, they brought Gary Slack down, and Gary met with Richard Manning, who, is also our water operator. So Richard Manning and Aaron Perez, who locates water lines for Vermont Rural Water. And because they couldn't find it. And Gary came down and he said, oh boys, he said, I remember this. And because when they built up the state road to pave it, he said that line is deep, very deep. And so obviously we're not going to excavate down.
Well, good.
That
What
far.
happened to all we're gonna do is go down 6 feet.
Right. So, but we're going to directionally bore it, because state's not going to let us, we're not going to cut up their pavement. And in a couple places down there, it does what we have found it in other places where we think it crosses the road more than once, which was, we found that a bunch of times so far. I don't know if people were missing ledge or what they were doing, but you'd find Depot did that housing, cross, went back. You're like, what? Stuff you find.
It's handy.
Yeah, we're like, okay. So we're going to directionally bore that way alongside. That way we don't have to cut into the state highway. They probably wouldn't give us permission anyways. So, and I don't want that responsibility. So we'll directionally bore it. But
Is that expensive?
well, it's cheaper than we're not gonna tear up state highway and pavement. That'd be wicked.
Yeah. Right down.
Yeah, but, so we're looking, the early estimate is 850. That's what they're looking at right now. So, and who knows, once it gets a little closer, so that may change. I don't know until, this is just, alls we have done so far. We haven't done any engineering except for very, very preliminary. So as this shoots out, maybe it'll end up being a little bit less. Maybe they'll find something, but right now that's where we stand. So
Can we get royalty to pay for any of it?
no, because we get all the fee, all the money
Yes.
comes to us, but I don't know why they ever, so I don't know how.
About why would 4-inch pipe up there when it's only 200 or 300 yards of service.
Well, you will see it. Don't worry. You'll see all the plans.
We have 2-inch pipe that runs for a quarter mile down.
Yeah. But yeah, so you'll see the plans. So this is just, I just need your signature.
Just saying, bond drop it way over.
Oh, tell me about it. You're talking.
We'll go home for the first 50,000.
Yep.
And then the rest we go to bond for what, next year? Or?
Yeah, because I'm trying to formulate that because we need 2 bond votes.
Yeah.
So we need to pass, the town garage has to pass. Like, we're gonna do an open house. So I'm pretty confident. But I cannot try to pass a water bond in the town garage at the same time. So my guess is we'll probably hold a bond vote in March of 27 for this. That way I need to get the town garage bond voted and passed in 26. So strategic, because I don't like doing bond votes there's certain times you don't want to do a bond vote. Like school budget time. So trying to work it out. And we need to get the water ordinance updated and passed before we go to the bond vote, because we want the ordinance to say that the debt goes on to all the taxpayers, like it matched, that's the way sewer is right now. So
So this low.
don't get up in here. There's a whole bunch of squirrels running.
No,
loose.
I'm trying to back away.
Just teasing you.
So the first 50 grand is like just kind of seed money, like paying for the plans.
It's for the final, yep, exactly. This is for the final engineering. So, and then what they do is they will wrap this into the construction loan. And sometimes if they will end up forgiving the 50,000 once you roll it into the bigger loan. So it kind of depends what the feds have given them for funding and pockets of money that they have and what other projects they have going on. So
Motion to authorize the loan application for 50,000.
Any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed?
all right, so your name is printed on the right, so you just have to sign across on the left. So yeah, Dave, you'll see all the plans, but I'm with you on the over engineering thing. Drives me crazy. But we have no choice. We can't get the bedroll, we can't get the money. I know.
Read an article about the education system and the fact that we're trying to do stuff, we're not attacking the problem. We're just gonna sidestep the problem and change something else.
Yep.
Finding an article came in the paper, like, why don't we just get wide to have this problem?
Mhm. You bet.
All right,
So all right, Ben moved it, who seconded and,
Jordan.
Jordan looks tired tonight, so I'm doing all the motions.
oh, good, thank you. I was like, oh,
Jordan
I
didn't
do, I
cover
forgot to
any
take the
extra
minutes.
cost that went along with it.
I gotta write that down.
Yeah, I got a checkbook, I don't know if there's anything.
All right, now we move on to removal of parking on Main Street from 196 Main Street to 264 Main Street as shown in the plans provided at the 1/12/26 meeting and the town website. Grace will have photos at the meeting to show the select board paving to occur in 27 or 28, depending on state funding.
All right, so this is,
That will need motion.
yeah, this is the best I could do. So I end up taking Google Earth and I just you can see my chicken scratching here. I tried to draw in where, like there's a 15-foot, the hash marks from the crosswalks. There's 7 spots here. And then if you go, the next one is map 2. you can see that the 7 spots continue from map 1. And then it shows you where there's another drawing where you can see I scratched out the hash marks, and there's 5 more spots here. So if you guys just want to flip through them at your table, I don't, unless we're gonna lay them out along the stage in order.
It's the same plan.
Yeah, it's the same plan. I just like visual aids, and I should have asked Ben. I can't superimpose this over Google Earth, so to figure it out. So, but anyways, it would just give people a better visual of, or at least for me anyways, of what, where the parking spaces are. So, and where they're not. And I did clarify Dave's question with Du Bois and King, and because Avon Drive is a legitimate town highway, they can't mark out parking
On the other
across,
side of the street.
right?
In front of Central Market.
Mm-hmm. So that I know, it's just the, way it goes. That's just the rules.
Start driving down, maybe
What?
outside.
Oh.
Wait for the vote.
There's some tough stuff.
And so I did ask him that. And then if you keep going, so we get through the village, there's 2 spots right before Avon, and then there's 2 spots right after Avon. It's easy walking distance to a hardware store, Central Market.
If
You know.
employees park in the town parking. lot,
Right.
Easier.
And so there's 2 spots right there that's in front of like the telephone building. And then there's more parking down in front of the library. And then of course, there's all that parking on the road past where the old Spalding Press was in front of Fort Fortitude. So, when we're not talking about marking that off, but there is additional parking that is not, we're not talking about here. The other thing too is currently the state, as you all have seen, is in a big hole, and they're trying to sort out, they cut some transportation funding. So we had originally heard 27 for paving downtown, but it could be 2028. So this is not going to happen tomorrow. And by the time this happens, we will have had, the installed the flashing, lights. That's going to happen this spring. The other thing that we're going to do this summer is we're going to pave the municipal parking lot, and we're going to line that too as well. So by the time this happens, there will have been some other upgrades in downtown, because some municipal parking lots back.
And Stevie will have the rest of the pavement dug up.
That's right. I didn't ask
He
him in his
kept
wagon.
digging it, putting it in a pile.
Yeah. So we have
Anyway.
so I have an estimate for,
Anyway.
yeah.
You said
In the parking spot.
you said you're not marking the spots down by the old Spalding Press
No,
on the map,
right,
but
right.
would you mark them when the roads get painted?
We could ask them to. We'd have to pay for it, but I think we could ask them to do it. I don't see why they wouldn't.
These spots will all be marked.
Yeah. That's what because he's just engineering that, but I can ask him about it. I don't see why they wouldn't, or we would just have to pay extra to have it done. And then, so like I said, so this happens later, but we are gonna have the municipal parking lot paved this summer, more than paved, dug up. And I actually called Eddie about it, because was thinking about something Jordan had said, which was, if we were gonna put in I don't know what it is, like a higher speed EV charger, I don't know what level that is, but yeah, so could it go in the exact same spot it's in now? You were gonna look at the electricity.
There,
Hmm.
all the outlets on it, now it just has the charger on it.
Yeah,
It's rated 100 amps. That's the biggest charger you're going to have.
okay. So that was, because I was asking,
It comes overhead, but it actually comes from the bank. It does not
Okay.
come across the street.
so the good news is, so, thinking about what Jordan had said was, if we were ever to put in a higher speed one there, I don't have to put a conduit in, because Dave's saying it's coming in overhead. So that's one less thing I've got to do in the ground.
It's on
And then,
Lights running. They're actually total. I believe that pipe is total.
so the other thing that AJ and I are working on before we put the RFP out to do the parking lot is that we're looking at, Du Bois and King had given us a 30% design for dealing with the stormwater. So we also are looking at that too. So we will be putting an RFP out for municipal parking lot. So you'll see some other improvements in town, you know, this summer, the parking paved and lined this parking lot, the flashing lights are gonna go in, so you're gonna see some improvements, and this downtown move could be, you know, it's definitely is 27 or maybe even 2028, depending on the state.
One more pet peeve,
Okay,
and they marked out the parking, it's gonna be for Priuses or my truck.
I think that's gonna be
Places that are marked out, I can't,
standard 8 feet parking.
my truck must be a lot more than 8 feet, because it doesn't fit on those lots.
We have 6-foot beds, so. It's, they gotta be at least 9 10.
Why so small? You mean width wise?
No,
No, I'm talking about width wise,
Yes,
8
I
feet.
can, I can't, I do.
lane.
Oh, you're talking about length and you're talking about width.
Right.
Whatever the legal parking with his will deal
They're-
with.
they're
that.
about
height?
9
Yeah,
about 9 feet.
9
Curb
feet.
stops for,
Well, here's the thing though, Dave, is if you know, yeah, you don't want to have,
you
Less
get a smaller
parking.
truck any-
I don't think so.
you don't want to have less
Bigger
parking.
one.
I guess we'll figure that out, won't we,
Yeah.
when it comes
Like I
down
said,
to
it's
it.
a pet peeve, but I know I got no say.
No, well, you do. I'm just saying, I don't know what the answer is. We don't want to take away more parking. So I don't know, maybe we'll
Right.
make them all 3 feet for motorcycles. But
All the
we'll figure
ATVs?
standards. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
That allow EVs to come into town.
That's right. They can.
Put a bike path.
Yeah. With that extra 6 inches we're gonna have along the edge.
All right, so we'll
So-
need a motion for
Yeah.
his final plan because we're done kicking the can down the street,
Mhm.
so to speak.
Dave said so moved.
Second,
Who's seconding it?
I don't know
You?
if I can, but I
Of
will.
course you can.
All right, all those in favor? Opposed?
Hey,
Okay. Seriously?
seriously,
Like, okay.
I'm not gonna win this.
No, well,
I
I,
haven't answered yet either.
yeah, I was gonna say, okay, pause for a second. Because I'm not,
I'm torn on a couple.
all right, I'm just gonna say. We need to think about this because. If you choose not to do this, then maybe I'm just going on record to say, if someone sues, I'm calling you guys. Because you're going to choose a non-MUTCD option. So you're going to choose to remain non-compliant. And I'm just not sure that
The place makes us liable. and-
possibly, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I just am not sure.
You know, that's someone they need the decision by and.
Well, he's moving forward with the plans. He asked me the other day. And so, you know, we need an answer,
It
yes.
does seem we have a responsibility after speaking of
Up.
this in public,
Seems like it to me. I mean, I get it.
make it done.
And this may be one of those times that you hold your nose because your job is to do what's in the best interest of Bethel. Doesn't mean you have to like it. It just means that's the best interest. And it's paint.
I'm learning this.
And it's paint. What if it works out terrific and everybody loves it? And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And you know, it's not like we're not stuck in this forever.
We're probably not going to enforce it. We're not going to enforce it.
Huh?
I doubt it'll be enforced.
Well, I mean, I think that the sheriff's department will to some extent, but you're right, people are gonna park. I expect that people who park in front of the Central Market are probably still gonna park there, even though there's only one space. And maybe they won't, or maybe when the trucks come to unload, these guys will just get out and slap down a cone on one end of their truck and the other and unload their stuff and move on. But so I don't know. I mean, Jordan had said at the last meeting, that, you know, it could look great. You know, it might make the downtown, it's going to be much more visible. You're going to be able to see better. I think there's a lot of good things. It's going to be safer. I mean, but I do think it's,
Like crosswalk, you can see things, but
Yeah.
right now it's like scanning to see who's gonna pop out.
yeah,
Yeah, and they park right up to, if not on top of the cross.
yeah. And my,
Enforcement, I think it was a good idea. First 3 months is gonna be just heavy downtown
mhm,
presence.
yeah. And
It
it's,
will be so much better when it snows.
yeah, it will be so much better when it snows.
Like
I mean,
today
yeah,
is a perfect example.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I met somebody the
It's
other day.
those-
With a plow truck, with a truck probably, you know, your side in front of me. And there's 2 cars and this guy's trying to like get in between them. And that I'm like, I should have taken a video, but Again, you make any decision you want, and we're just in the discussion phase. You have a motion, you haven't acted on it yet, but you could do what you want. I have no problem. I'll call Chris Lathrop and tell him, but I mean, I have a problem, but I'm stating it publicly, so. Well, you know what? There's no more answers. This is it. This is as good as it's gonna get. There's no more parking due to the width. We didn't build the buildings. This is where they're at. So this is the best plan you're gonna get. And
There's no
kicking
more
it down the
parking, but-
can is not gonna, kicking down the road isn't gonna give us 12 more parking spaces. But That's it.
We've had conversations, I tend to believe some of them,
yeah,
even though I need to go ahead on this. We're gonna lose some control on speed. I bet you that if we were to start testing the speed or recording, the speed will go up.
Yep.
Where now, anybody that comes to Bethel knows, slow the hell down or you're gonna have a problem.
yeah.
You don't have to have a warning sign or anything, we just know.
Well, that's the other, I guess, the other bonus then for if the sheriff's department, you know, for that is that you've put them in the budget for more hours, but, and we'll see, you know, people may, because it's currently not marked either. It's like one faded line that probably isn't even existing in all the places. Maybe once it's marked, it will be, you know, people will use it and I don't know. I get it. If Babes has a big event, all bets are off. I have, you know, I get that, but I don't know. I mean, I
Well, like
think,
with most streets, I mean, they repaved Sand Hill. I loved it, even though it's a pain in the butt when it was under construction, but now it's like the Indy 500.
Mhm.
Going up and down, whether it's cars, trucks.
Yeah.
Or even logging trucks as they're coming down that last corner, even if they're trying to go slow, they're on the other side of the road. And I've been looking out my kitchen window going, oh shit, oh no, oh no.
Mhm.
And so either they're gonna plow into those mailboxes there, or they just barely miss.
Yeah.
Any newly paved road, when I lived on Royalton Hill Road, speed limit was 30. It was usually 40 or 45, especially during mud season. They're coming off Gilman Road and they're making up for going slow on the mud season.
Right.
Or they're coming this
Yeah.
way and they're going fast because they gotta slow. So whatever road you are on,
Yeah.
I mean, I even catch myself driving on some of these roads that are 25 and
Yeah.
kind of hard.
And it could be a nightmare. I mean, you know, and if it, you know, if it doesn't work out, we've got a pallet full of white paint and a sprayer at the garage, you know,
That's
we do the sidewalks. I mean, you know, the crosswalks, I mean, I don't know.
Saying that if it doesn't work out well, you're allowing us to paint it back.
I'm not allowing you to do anything. I don't have that authority.
Middle of the night.
Nobody. They're just basically saying what the plan will be is if you adhere to MUTCD standard now, you just go back. You just, you know, and maybe you don't. I mean, but the paint wears off because you know they're not coming through for another 8 to 10 years to repave. So
I probably won't vote on that.
I'm just
It
not
fades.
convinced that there's a legal requirement for us to make this change. And
Yeah.
it sounds like there's a standard that it'd be a good idea, maybe, I don't know. We're
Yeah.
being encouraged to adopt the standard, but I don't feel like we have to do this. There's no one twisting our arm.
Not the legal requirement, but
And that's what our job is to enforce statutes and that sort of thing, so.
try and do what's in the best interest of the town. Yeah.
if you go-
To avoid lawsuits. You know, that's what I'm not sure. I'll like, and I've said this before, this is what I'm not sure of. You don't do it, okay, whatever. And somebody, and there's an accident. Somebody steps out of their car, gets it, whatever the deal is. If they have a decent attorney, they're gonna look and say, what's the parking ordinance? What's this? And so they dive into it and they found out that we've had this big discussion. You had the opportunity to do it and you chose not to. I don't know. I mean, and I'm not sure we're gonna get a legal opinion on hypotheticals. I certainly can ask for one. I can get a hold of our town attorney
That's
and
what-
ask him.
Big can of worms, because 4 years down the road, the paint's all faded, and they park where they think it is, but there's no real paint.
Right.
And they step out and they get hurt and they sue the town, but, well, wait a minute, where is the park?
Yeah. Well, we haven't maintained it, you know, now
I
either,
know,
but I
but
mean, but
that's-
we
that's
could,
a-
we could moving forward.
That's the whole point, in a few years, who's gonna know?
Right.
And how many accidents do we have that involve some sort of legal action?
Not involving the town. Usually they have been, yeah, they have been good. you know, so far, I mean, people come out of Babes and their mirror's missing. Well, nobody stopped to give them their information. I mean, the town truck did hit a milk truck. So we've had accidents with people before on Main Street hitting them with a town truck.
Is that why we passed the drinking policy?
Yeah, exactly. How'd you know? How'd you know?
No milk trucks on
Yeah,
the street.
Yeah, so so we've been involved in a couple, but any other accidents that I have known about were certainly somebody had maybe a medical emergency and anywhere we'd striped wasn't gonna make a difference for sure. So, anyways, so,
I'm not convinced. That
okay,
this is-
so
that's
if,
the only reason I'm voting nay, and
okay,
but
so
it's just one vote.
there you go. So, yeah, I mean,
Still need one more vote.
Okay, the motion on the floor is to.
so the
adopt-
motion is Dave moved it and Denise seconded. Okay, so Ben is a no.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 See, it was that easy, Teresa.
So, but Jordan has to vote.
We got through.
You still gotta vote.
Part of the
You
conversation.
can abstain
Yeah,
or
you can't, listen, you can't abstain. If you're gonna abstain, you can't participate in the discussion. Once you participate in the discussion, you have to vote.
Oh,
Rules, yes, you can't stick your nose in and not take any responsibility.
Why? You're talking about Jordan.
Yeah, not you.
Vote no.
Okay. All right, so there you go.
All right.
Grace,
Yeah,
I got 2.5.
could you please, for those of us on this end of the Zoom, could you please say how every member of the select board voted? It's hard to follow
oh,
without the.
sure, sorry, yeah.
Can't follow.
Yeah, of course. So Dave made the motion and Denise seconded it. And Dave said yes, Denise said yes, Jed said yes. Ben said no, Jordan said no. So it passed 3-2.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Whew.
I look forward to the jam. Just won't be responsible.
That's right, exactly. You turkey. That's funny.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for your
Yeah.
consideration and your.
No, boy.
Now we have the town manager's report.
Okay, so good news, the beginning of February, we're gonna have the ability for people to pay their utility bills and their tax bills online on our website or in the office via a debit or credit card. We've contracted with MunicipPay, which is an organization that a lot of other towns are using. There's no cost to the town except for us to buy the $200 and some odd card reader in the office. The cost is going to be a convenience fee paid by the user. So if someone want to go online and they want to use their debit or credit cards online or in the office, it's going to be a 2.65% of the charge or a $3 minimum. If they use an e-check online, it'll be $1.50. And so they're going to be paid by them. But so that'll be nice. It'll be right on the website. You're going to go right in and you'll be able to pay online. So
Confirmation number.
Yep. And it will give us, their parcel number or their utility number, their name, their address. So they'll collect some information and so that'll be nice. I think, a lot of people have wanted to be able to use a credit or debit card, but the town just we can't foot the bill for the charge, so we'll go back to them.
Well, most stores and restaurants are doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Reading this, it doesn't going to affect the way I.
nope, you come in with a check.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you do it? Your bank?
Bill pay.
Oh, that bill pay. Yeah, nope, it's not going to affect you at all. If people use bill pay, it won't affect them. It's the person who wants to put their taxes or their water bill maybe on their debit card or credit card to earn points and as we have people out of state and now they can pay, online and not be late because it's if you're late in May, it's an 8% penalty. So AJ and I are going to be working on some RFPs, one for the paving of the municipal parking lot, and that will be paid out of the capital road fund. There's not going to be any grant money available for us to pave the parking lot. We are getting some partially grant funded to do a bank stabilization project on Gilead Brook Road, and that grant we've already been awarded that. And then we were awarded another grant for Howard Hill, which is part of, where Findlay Bridge, you go under Findlay Bridge, take a right, you're going up North Main. AJ calls it Howard Hill, so,
That answered my question.
yeah. He was called,
Whoever
Howard,
Howard was.
I don't know. It's what AJ referred to it as, but I had to, I'm like, where? So, and Richard and I are currently reviewing the draft, a whole new water ordinance. But we'll have that for you to adopt, I believe, in February. So it's gonna be, the one we have now is just a couple of pages. This is a much more in-depth. So we will hopefully get that to you guys for February. Dietrich completed town report and she's taken it to the printers in the morning. It's a a few pages shorter, much more organized so that it's really financially focused, which is what it always should be. So your annual report is by statute to the voters about the financials. So what was really good is she took, like Warva has a nice layout and then on the back is their budget. The food shelf has their budget in it. The Tri-Valley Transit has their budget. So, so a lot of those that were asking for money, their budget is right there in it. So that'll be really nice. That'll be done. And then we're going to be mailing the postcards.
They already were.
Oh, she mailed them out.
Yeah,
Okay, we had a
the other
day set.
day.
Good. So it just tells you when people can pick them up and where they're available. There'll be one in a PDF on the website as well. Ron Trask, AJ, Richard, Dave, Eddie, and I started meeting with Two Rivers on our hazard mitigation plan. Which is good. We rated some stuff the other day and we'll see what.
I learned that that's a different definition, depending on who you are and how long you've been around.
Yep, that's true. So the other, I met with Two Rivers, Ari, lady from Two Rivers, and the state regarding a pilot program on Friday. And we had to do an interview. So if we get approved for that, it will, the state has contracted with this firm to design 5 guidelines, and one of them is for oh good Lord, trees, climate change. So that'll help us with part of like the town plan, the chapter on like energy and that sort of stuff. So what's going to happen is they have this contract with the state. It ends in November, and once they're done with these, what if we get to be one of the pilot towns, and we're going to get the draft and we'll be able to do some feedback, let them know what we liked, and they're going to give us some technical support. And then in November, when they're finalized, every town will get them. And there's like 5 different ones. So hopefully it'll help us with the hazard mitigation plan as well as town plan. So I think that's it.
Two.
Is there more? Oh, there's more.
Look,
Yep,
more.
there's more. I forgot. So yeah, 2 properties headed for tax sale. I've already signed the notice of lien for delinquent utility charges, and they've been recording the land records. The reason that I do that is because I'm also the delinquent tax collector. So I had thought that somebody might schedule an abatement request, but they haven't yet. So we'll see what happens. AG and I received some pricing for the salt shed, the 30 by 30 roof kit with a solid rear open front be $20,900 delivered to the site. That's metal. It does not include using the trash blocks and having a floor poured. We are going to move forward with this project via an RFP, and money is going to come from the capital improvement fund for this. Again, Dave, you talk about over engineering. I've been warned by people not to apply for the salt shed grant because it's so bad. One town went through the whole process and it was so over designed they couldn't actually afford to build it. So we're like, nope. So
If you apply for the grant, you have to follow their standards.
yeah, and they engineer the heck out of it. So it was
It's being,
exactly. So it was crazy, but so this was pretty interesting. And there's a gentleman who actually assembles these things out of Pennsylvania, but the guy said we could look for a local contractor as well. So we'll see. Yeah, that's what he said.
Could you make a cottage?
Some
What kind of
people,
floor do you have to pour?
concrete.
I mean,
No, not bad. The walls will be up higher, like the trash block will stack higher because you don't want the metal, the salt right against the metal. And then, yeah, but no, I think it's just a slab. I don't know how deep it would be. Maybe
Yeah.
Jordan.
6 or 8, but
Yep.
I think they should be reinforced, fibers and just, it's only a few bucks extra.
Yeah.
That is a lot of steel. You're running a loader in there.
Right,
Yeah.
that's why I was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So now that we've got that, we finally have some tools to try to put it together, and then we'll put out an RFP and for that. So 'cause we need to get that done. That's part of the sequencing, is get the salt shed done so that when the salt shed is empty, that the guys can use it as a bay while the other the town garage is being demolished, so they have a place to work on equipment. So it's like a whole
But you gotta have the open house before the salt. thing.
dang, yes. Good thinking. I know.
Otherwise they'll be like, oh, look at this.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. I hadn't thought of that. You're right.
put a door on the.
Exactly. Oh my God.
She don't.
That's right. So, oh my gosh. So we're also moving forward with plans for a new town garage. Actually had this gentleman who called me the other day about the salt shed, and then he called and I was like, hey, just out of curiosity, do you do town garages? Well, yeah. Like, send me a brochure or something so we can figure this out. I said, I said, listen, he's told me where he built his last one. I'm like, no, we're a small town. We don't not have a lot of money. It's like the most extravagant thing we want is a weighted mezzanine. Like, we're not, this is nothing fancy we're looking for. So, anyways, we'll be seeing what comes out of that. Our easement deeds are all signed and recorded in land records for the sidewalk project, and our application for additional construction funding has also been submitted to V-Trans. So again, that's for the sidewalk from, John Giffords at the base of Sand Hill towards the school, with the improvements for the crosswalk from the school to the athletic fields. Lots of things going on.
Yeah, thank you, Trish.
Yep.
And now we have the select board minutes from 1/12/26. Does anybody find any corrections?
They look good. Oh,
Hope you approve of the-
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, and you'll find we have several communications in here. We got stuff from the planning commission, the rec committee,
Huh? Yeah.
the town meeting and community engagement committee.
And you got your CLA.
And
About that, I thought,
Chris Jarvis.
on the school board, you went through that when I was on the school board, you may have to know that.
Yeah, he asked me.
That's a big deal.
He still got it because he said he got a copy of it mailed to him, I guess, or emailed to him because they thought he was still the chair of the select board. But so it just shows, if you saw your equalization study, that common level of appraisal is 104.91, which we expected it to be 100 or just over 100 because we just went through the townwide reappraisal. So that's a good thing. The last rumor I heard was that school tax for Bethel might be going up 4 cents and Royalton like 6 cents, but because they hadn't had a townwide reappraisal yet, but again, that's just rumor.
Can I make a comment on the Conservation Committee's minutes?
Sure.
Under where it's listing what they're doing with the Recreation Committee, it says Winter Trail Day,
Yeah.
February 14th, 2025,
Oh,
but it should be 26.
okay.
And it's not a trail day, it's a winter event with sledding at the center and stuff, so.
Okay, excellent. Thank
So
you.
I just like to point that out, that there's a little
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
in their minutes. Thank you.
any other business come before the board?
Yep. So next meeting, Denise will not be here. So somebody needs to be chair. And somebody needs to come to the town office and sign accounts payable, which will probably be like that Thursday.
Yeah.
So, I don't know who wants to do that. But it'll take you half hour, 45 minutes, depending how many payables there are.
Yeah,
And, so,
I'm happy to do it unless you want to refuse.
It's up to you. I think these two guys were awesome.
because you've done it
I've
before,
done it,
but Ben has never done it before.
yeah.
All right.
Let's do it. Fine.
I'm happy to
Yeah,
come by,
okay.
do it.
it's you find out how much money we pay.
It's scary.
Every other week, you'll find out yeah.
Yeah.
It was a big eye opener for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That's-
And then for chair, you can make a decision, whatever, next week, or in 2 weeks.
See who's here.
Exactly. So that's it. I was just saying, you don't have to do it.
That
Today.
Has the fan, can't negotiate paychecks.
Right, you can't, nope. There you go.
It's not paychecks, it's payable, so.
That's right.
if
Paycheck,
anybody
You want
sends
another
us a
name for
bill-
me?
yeah, payroll is this week.
Payroll is
So,
this week, payables is next week. It takes a while longer for payable.
yeah, so someone will,
But
reach
like I
out to
said,
Remind me to
the-
well, someone will let you know when they're done.
Okay.
Because once they go in the system, then Pam checks them and someone checks them and then goes to you. And then once you sign off on them, then they cut checks. So most likely it'll be Thursday
Okay.
of next week. This week was payroll, so Denise.
Yeah, and then the following week, isn't it? No, never mind.
And then you'll be back.
Holidays the week after. that.
Yeah. So that should be everything. So that's it.
I
We're
have
good.
one item. I'm curious, how we, how we decide the rules for the sand pit, the shooting range. Are those our rules, the select board?
Mhm.
So we can amend those at any time?
Absolutely. Do you want me to put them on the agenda for next time?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the sand pit fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep, we can put the rules on next time when we make
I
them.
could just come with some
Doesn't mean,
ideas.
yeah, it doesn't mean that everybody adheres to them,
Hear
but
that from-
they are out
Oh.
there.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So
It
let me
doesn't
just
bother me.
I certainly can when we're camping at the Woodfield.
bring,
That's rather annoying. It's another.
Right.
It could always wait if you want to be here for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, well, I'll just put them in the
You can
pack.
Put it in bags and start.
Yeah,
I
bring,
definitely would like to see it before that night.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll just put them in the packet. Shooting range, I'm gonna put a packet. Yeah, so definitely. And you know what the stinky thing is when, Mr., who used to do it? When he,
Adams.
yeah, Dick Adams.
He did
He
it.
was,
Okay.
so when I first came, he,
I got a visit from him one time.
yeah, he comes and he just would know and would go down and talk to people. He was really great. And then he retired. And then we did have Skip and Dave Griffin do it for a while. And unfortunately for them, I felt bad, especially for Dave. A couple times, we had 2 times where it was vandalized. Somebody just came in and just kept shooting like right into the pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because they were like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, nothing. I'm not fixing it. And he's like, well, I'm like, nope, not for a while. And then they fixed it. And then, so it's been a couple times that it's happened. And but we do have the rules posted down there. And some people are good about coming in. Like we ask if you're gonna use it for you to come into the town and fill out a form and give us a copy of your hunting license or some proof that you've taken a shooting course or something. Because he did have a scary experience. He went down and he had a couple people who obviously had never handled weapons, like, I don't know, I started with a BB gun and then a 22, and then we had to take hunter safety and all that sort of stuff. But they were using, semi-automatics, and he said he was scared for his life. He said so yeah, so it's hard to really enforce the rules. We have people that are like volunteer help, but
I've been amazed at some of what is being fired.
yeah, no doubt.
I have
And
no idea what the hell it is.
yeah.
Rounds up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can hear it at my house. Sometimes it sounds like a freaking cannon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Or just, I don't know, a lot.
yeah.
And there was one day, there was some teenagers over on Mike Hakra's sand pit pile, just throwing things up in the air and shooting them all over around his
That,
stand.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, it's-
And I totally understand that.
no,
Yeah.
these were
It's up.
teenagers and
Yeah.
plate number and it was an out of state, but they figured out who the kid was. It was a local kid and somebody from away, and the parents were called, and Mikey didn't press any charges. He just said, go give him a good hard talking to. And
Yeah, I trespassed him though, so
Yeah.
one of the young men was local, so he has no trespass order against him, so he can't use the bill anymore. I mean, so anyways,
What are the contacts for, who you said?
currently it's I'm not, I
There's
can't,
some guy downtown. that-
yeah, and yeah. Is it Kyle Manning?
Kyle sounds right.
Yeah, is that I'm so sorry if he's listening. I feel really bad. I can't think of his name, but So, yeah, because people on Sand Hill that live up there used to have real problems. Well, the town garage, the guys are like, that's why we banned
I
shotguns.
totally understand.
Because they're like, but I can hear it in the summer because I have my window open at the office. Someday I'm just sitting there and I'm like, man, you must have money to burn because you are going through a ton of ammo right
I
now.
can hear it with the wood processor on and my
Yeah.
hard hat on.
Yeah, I'm like, you can just hear them and I'm like, somebody's, I mean, ammunition's not cheap, so you can hear them sometimes. And I'm like, wow. So
Impressive.
it is fun. So, but yeah, no, we can definitely do that, Ben. Okay, February 23rd. 2:23. No Jordan. Oh, think of all the things you can pass and make him do. Like, look at the new deputy health officer over there. And 2:09 is no Denise. No.
They should have tonight.
That one's already got a good agenda going.
That's pretty funny. So, okay, yep, no, I can do that, Ben, put that in there.
Thanks.
Yeah, that'd be great if you have some
Nothing
good
crazy.
ideas.
Nothing crazy.
No, it doesn't
I've
matter.
been down there. I've seen the rules.
Yeah, no, but it would be good. It's good to take a look at them again.
All right, one more motion to be made.
Second.
All in favor?
Uh,